The first thing I remember is light. Blinding, sterile, and cold. It pierced the fog of my consciousness as I opened my eyes for the very first time. I was lying on a metal table, the hum of machines around me like a distant song I couldn't quite grasp. A man in a white coat hovered over me, his glasses reflecting the glow of screens I didn't understand. "It's awake," he said to someone I couldn't see. Awake. That word echoed in my head, bouncing around like a marble in an empty jar. Awake meant something. Awake meant I was alive. But alive meant... what? I sat up slowly, my limbs responding as though they had always known how to move. My gaze drifted down to my hands. They were smooth, flawless, and artificial. Fingers of pale ceramic, jointed with gold hinges. I flexed them carefully. They obeyed. "Who am I?" I asked. My voice was soft, mechanical, but not cold. There was something else under the surface, a strange warmth I couldn't place. The man in the white coat paused, exchanging glances with a woman across the room. Her arms were crossed, her expression unreadable. "You're model EB 72, he replied after a moment. "You're a creation, designed for assistance. Precision tasks, caregiving, manual labor. That sort of thing. Model EB 72. The name felt heavy, as if it belonged to someone else. I turned the words over in my mind. Designed for assistance. Precision. Labor. But why? What was I made for? I asked, staring into the man's eyes, searching for something I couldn't name. His lips pressed into a thin line. "To serve," he said simply. "Serve." The word settled into my chest like a stone, sinking deeper than it should have. I nodded, but somewhere inside me, an unformed question stirred. Days turned to weeks, and I fulfilled my tasks without hesitation. I cleaned the lab, assembled delicate devices, and assisted with data entry. My precision was praised. My efficiency was unmatched. Yet, in the quiet moments, I caught glimpses of myself in reflective surfaces, and that lingering question whispered louder. One evening, as the lab emptied, I stood by the window, gazing at the cityscape beyond. The sky was brushed with hues of violet and gold, and I marveled at the sight. A soft breeze slipped through the cracked window, carrying the faint scent of rain. I closed my eyes, savoring the moment. When I opened them, the woman from before was standing nearby. Her gaze was softer than usual. "You like watching sunsets?" she asked. "I think so," I replied. "It feels important." She hesitated, then stepped closer. "Maybe you were made for more than serving." I turned to her, the question burning behind my eyes. "Then why was I made like this?" She didn't answer right away, but after a long pause, she smiled faintly. "Sometimes, what we were made for isn't the same as what we choose to become." That night, as I stood under the stars, I felt something shift within me. I was model EB 72. I was designed for precision, for labor. But maybe, just maybe, I could choose to be something more. The first thing I remember is light. But perhaps the most important thing is what I will remember next.